Welcome to Pray With Me. This segment is based on prayer, affirmations, or scriptures. If you feel like this segment will be in alignment for you, then keep on listening. Welcome. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. So, sixth time, seventh time is the charm or the saying. Let's get to it. I'm in the present. I'm not going to speak about how I was trying to make this thing work as diligent as possible, but let's move forward. That could be a sign for somebody to now look at the past and be in the present and keep on moving forward. Side note, however, this specific February month, I want to first and foremost give thanks to the Most High, to God, to Elohim, because He's been that good. Okay, there are a few moments in my readings I noticed that I want to do a lot of what I do in my Pray With Me videos. And I know there are videos on my channel that are for specific people, specific demographic, okay? Um, but these are the ones that are probably for the people that are on the same wavelength when it comes to my belief system. So, hello, right? God has been good, guys. God has been so good, specifically, especially for January. And do I need a reason for God to be good in my life? No. But when you really see the fruits of your labor, the seeds that you've been sowing and they're being reaping before the upcoming month, you tend to be grateful and you're in that energy of like praising God a lot. So I'm in that energy. I was trying to save it for this specific video and did my best, okay? God has been good. God has kept me focused, resilient, strong, and most importantly, very productive. And the results of that, I cannot be more happier, okay? And that's all thanks to God. Who else to give thanks to but the one that has ordained and created all things for my success? Um, I will put a few scriptures that will be linked to the messages here, the insights, the revelations, when it pertains to God, what He can do, what He has done in my life, and what we can do for ourselves. When we are focused, when we are on our mission, in our mission, on our purpose, we cannot help but to be successful. The outcome cannot help to be a success, especially when we put God at the forefront. Okay, um, it's been a good month. It really has been. Um, we're only moving forward. Okay, and for those that have already reaped their seeds, their benefits, like myself in January, at the end or in the middle or at the beginning, I know when you worked on your endeavors, your goals, your productivity, but when you're in that season of I see it, come back to this video and be like, I see it now, okay? If not, you're already probably in this and be like, I get it. I get it quite a bit. So yeah, God is always in control. And it happens when we put him in the forefront of our life. But regardless of where we go in terms of our direction, our steps, right? At the end of the day, God will always be the one that will micromanage where we go and what to do. For instance, he could come in, and he did quite a few bits with words such as work smarter and not harder. Um, Scriptures such as speak life over your life and not death, okay? And let me dissect it for a little bit because I feel like it will help all of us, okay? Um, when we speak life and not death or real life, that is not just, you know, people that we can link it to, where it's like, don't be negative, don't say negative things, don't let negativity come across your door. It pertains to ourselves when it comes to ourselves as well. Like, me going on a full on rant with trying to stay on your self love and stop with the negative thinking and limiting beliefs or, outcome. That is the same. That's equivalent to speak life and not death over your life, right? And if you have not been in this mindset, remember that your words, as other people's words, has the same equivalence. But I feel like it's more when we do it to ourselves, okay? I feel like it manifests faster. It's much more stronger. I have seen. Um, and what I want to say with that is remember that your thought surrounds your reality. So you have to speak positivity over your life and stay focused on that positivity, okay? Because that will birth what you want. Your seeds of abundance, the seeds of productivity, strength, resilience, moving forward, a new chapter in your life for the better, okay? So stay focused, and the things that you want to be your outcome will solidify, okay? Because there's no reason for you not to succeed. So on that note, we're gonna move into the scriptures that confirm what I've been talking about. Above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life, okay? And as much as the Bible is advising us to not do this and that to other people, right? Because the whole thing about love your neighbor as thyself, be mindful that you do so when it comes to yourself as well, okay? Speak life over your life and not death. I did not put the scripture in this video segment, but I feel like this Proverbs is good enough. Um, and then I added a few more, as you guys can see. I did paraphrase the number 16:9, and I added a little bit more of a inclusivity in the scripture and the Bible. Um, the books in there, the scriptures tends to be very male dominant, very male focused. Okay, for instance, in his or mankind, or well, mankind is humankind, but you get what I'm trying to say. Is very much linked to a male audience or is male focused. Word wise, okay, even though God created inclusivity, okay, I just wanted to just bring more of a, you know, for all of us. Now, I do understand the bigger picture of why things are the way they are, okay, scripture wise. But for sake of my own video, I did this, okay? And for those who are very uh, like Bible scripture warriors, don't come for me, okay? Hopefully this won't offend anyone. But let me read it. In his and hers heart, a person plans their course, but the Lord determines the steps, always, okay? And then we got commit to the Lord in all, and whatever you do, and your plans will be successful. Like I mentioned before, we cannot help but to be successful when God is at the forefront. Um, and God will make it so if God is in control in your life. Regardless, God is in control, but if you allow Him to be in control in your life, as in God lead the way, number one, we cannot help but to become successful because God is already successful by default. Uh, him at the forefront always will make us by default a success by association. Okay, um, so keep that in mind. All right. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it. I will say though, something funny when I was actually before I can add it. So when I was looking up the scriptures, um, I at the time, and I feel like that was the time. I'm not quite sure, but it was probably the time when God was telling me like work smarter and not harder. One of the few many times during January, and I accidentally put the number 15 instead of 16 in the Proverbs, the two last scriptures in the video. And I looked it up and I read them, and I just realized that if you have haters or opposition, or quote unquote enemies, as they like to put it in the Bible, you can actually use these scriptures now that I'm about to read for your enemies, and the scriptures that you see on the screen. You can use that for yourself, okay? So, Proverbs 15:9, that is for your haters, the opposition. And Proverbs 15:3, you use that for your haters and the opposition, okay? And the rest that's on the screen here. And then number 16 sequence, to use that for yourself. Now, for those that are Swedish Bible readers, I also added scriptures from the Swedish Bible if you're keen on reading the scriptures um, from that book. If not, that's cool too. That's just something I've been led to add when it comes to this video segment. And that's pretty much it, guys. Speak a life, not death over your life. And be mindful of your words. Remember that God is in control. Remember to always give thanks. Um, remember to put God at the forefront and stay focused, stay resilient, and stay in strength, okay? All the good things that God has equipped you and put in you to look forward to and establish. Make sure that you are standing on business. Stay focused, okay? And you cannot help but to be successful at the end of the day because God has ordained it to be so. As always, guys, thank you for tuning in and good luck in your journey in life.